Before we move any further on this course, I want to talk to you about what is HTTP, and then hopefully everything will start to make sense. And as you start to build APIs, you will know exactly what you are doing. So what is HTTP? HTTP is a protocol for fetching resources such as HTML, documents, and many other documents and files and pictures and text and whatnot. But basically is the foundation of any data exchange on the web. And it's a client-server protocol, which means that requests are instantiated by the recipient, usually the web browser, or it could be a mobile app, or even a backend application, and you'll see this in a second. And then a complete document is reconstructed for the different subdocuments fetched. For instance, text, layout, description, images, videos, scripts, and many more. So here's an example. So by the way, this is from Mozilla. So I've just took this because it's really well explained. And basically you can see that this is a web document. And in fact, the textbook that you are seeing right now is a web document as well. So what happens is, so this is the web browser. This performs a series of requests to the servers that will return some data. So you can see on the client, so once the request is sent and processed by all of these servers, so here you can see there's a web server, there's a video server, and there's also an ad server. So once the request comes back from all of these servers, then the web page is loaded with the images, the text, the video, the ads, so on and so forth. So a client is the user agent which acts on behalf of the user. This role is primarily performed by the web browser, but also in here by programs used by engineers and web developers to debug, but I will also say to build their own applications. The server, on the other hand, is what serves the documents requested by the client. So a server appears on a single machine, or it might be a collection of servers sharing the load, and this is known as load balancing, or a complex piece of software interrogating other computers such as cache, DBs, or e-commerce web servers. So this is the general idea of HTTP. I've got this diagram and hopefully this makes sense. You've got clients right here, and clients, they perform HTTP requests, and you'll see these in a second, but these will be one of following: get, post, put, and delete. More on these later. So the requests, they go across the internet to a server. The server, so on this side, you can see that we have a server, and the server has photos, has pages, can have files and videos and MP3s and whatnot. But basically, the client sends a request asking for a resource. So a resource is a page or any of these basically, right? And then the server processes the request that comes from the client, and then it sends back the response. So the response is what exactly the client has requested. So if the client wants a picture, for example, what the server will do is, all right, so you want the picture, so let me give it to you, just like that. And then the picture is visible within the web page. This is the general idea of HTTP. There are a few other things that we need to cover, but if you have any questions, please do let me know.